Well, that was like pulling teeth. Holy cow. So admittedly, I got caught up in trying to figure out why I can't get this ExFAT drive to work on this computer. And really, is the answer to the question is really frustrating, which is you can't do that. And I can't accept that in a 21st century environment. So anyways, I got caught up in that, and I was like, oh, I got to do my show. And then the show wouldn't connect on YouTube on a different computer. And so today has just been one of those days. Anyhow, we watch old 60mm films. My name is Skip Elsheimer, and this is the AV Geeks lunchtime streaming show. There, right there, AV Geeks. Yes, we have some films to watch. These are some ones that Greg Pierce brought us from Oregon Archive that he gave to us, and so I'm excited to have this one in my collection. This is by the guy who did Frank Film. I don't know if you ever saw that or remember that. It was like an animated film about this guy named Frank, and he kind of tells his life story, and it has all this cool collage stuff. So here it is. Coney. Enjoy. Now I can't get this to be read. Like, what is going on? Oh my gosh. Let's see if this one works.
Have you ever visited an Army, Navy, Air Force, or Veterans Administration hospital? Here, the government provides the very finest of medical care for the men who are still paying the price for our freedom. Do you know how long some of them have been here? This man has been hospitalized since the invasion of North Africa over 7 years ago. Think of all those months of suffering. You will find your Red Cross here. Red Cross volunteers working under the supervision of the hospital's able doctors and nurses do everything they can to add to the individual comfort and happiness of the men, many of whom are destined to remain here for years to come. To you at home, it may seem ordinary to observe an anniversary, but to these men, this simple celebration brings untold joy and appreciation long to be remembered. For some, visits from relatives or friends are infrequent. When families cannot be present, your Red Cross volunteers try to provide those very necessary little friendly touches that remind the men of home. You would like to help in this heartwarming work if you could, wouldn't you? Have you ever visited a children's clinic? Have you seen Red Cross Motor Service providing necessary transportation for handicapped youngsters who sometimes must be carried scores of miles for regular treatment? The problem of moving these little patients is often very difficult for their families. Red Cross volunteers solve that by making as many individual calls for the children as are needed, striving to deliver them at scheduled times so that their recovery will not be interrupted. Nurses' aides are here, supervised by registered nurses, assisting them in many ways to relieve the heavy tasks of the hospital staff. Gray ladies do their share by keeping children occupied while waiting for treatment and during long convalescence, thus helping many hard-pressed mothers. And who knows what latent talents may be developed in these tender children through the continuous encouragement given them by members of the Arts and Skills Service. From time to time, the newspapers, radio, and newsreels bring you stories of disaster. But were you ever present at one where refugees from flood, hurricane, or fire strained all emergency facilities? Did you notice how quickly the Red Cross was on the job, providing food, clothing, and emergency aid? Here you will find members of many Red Cross volunteer services working day and night, side by side with other community agencies to ease the hardships of the harassed people. Who are the Red Cross volunteers who do this work? Why do they do it? Where do they come from? To tell you about these volunteers, we must first take you to Washington, D.C., headquarters of the American National Red Cross. Part of the great strength of this humanitarian organization lies in its army of loyal volunteer workers. Here, coordinated on a countrywide basis, needs are ascertained, policies developed, programs launched. They cover wide fields of activity: arts and skills, canteen, entertainment and instruction, gray lady, motor service, nurses' aid, production and supply, social welfare, and staff aid services. Each community, each Red Cross chapter house is a focal point of volunteer services. Herein lies the strength of its membership. New volunteers are constantly needed to fill the growing demands for its many kinds of specialized assistance. Applicants' desires and abilities are studied to determine where they can best be used. Training for specific assignments will be thorough. Motor service, for instance, teaches driving skills and regulations and qualifies the volunteer for emergency first aid. And who are needed as volunteers? Banker, carpenter, housewife, career woman, society girl, stenographer, school teacher, truck driver, machinist. People like you and me, people of all races, all religions, to give freely of their time and effort in the service of humanity. Such people are the backbone of your Red Cross. They make Red Cross the valuable community and national asset that it is. This volunteer nurse's aide may be a bank president's wife or a salesgirl. Red Cross has trained her to be able to assist the nurse. She devotes hours in this service for the joy she finds in helping others. The hard-working professional nurse welcomes the friendly help of the volunteer aide and is able to give better care to more patients because of it. This service cannot be measured in mere time. Its value is beyond price. It offers no reward except the unspoken but deeply felt appreciation of those it helps. In both government and civilian hospitals, there are endless opportunities in which volunteers can be used for many important duties. And in the Red Cross National Blood Program, now playing so great a role in the lessening of human suffering, the specially trained volunteer nurse's aide is an invaluable asset. As the blood program continues to expand, more nurses' aides will have opportunity for service in this important field, not only in the donor room, but also in other departments of the blood center. A blood center cannot operate without well-managed transportation, and the motor service of the American Red Cross rolls in to do the job. Men and women drivers can always be sure of constant opportunity for useful service. Often there are emergency calls, many of them spelling the difference between life and death. Emergency calls have precedence over all other activities. Perhaps a motor service assignment will be helping the aged on their way to and from clinics. There may be service or ex-servicemen to be taken to terminals or on outings. Many men have been hospitalized ever since World War I. To them, even the simplest outing makes a wonderful holiday. Keeping the services moving is quite a task. Phone calls, records, communications, a job for volunteer staff aides. To the business girl or ex-office worker, opportunities for volunteer help are many. Hospitals, blood centers, and institutions are short-handed. As Red Cross staff aides, your help is of great value. The disabled servicemen and veterans in our hospitals present a challenge to the Gray Ladies, who since the First World War have served them with rare devotion. These untiring volunteers continue to give personal service to individual patients, doing much to add to their comfort and to make their hours brighter and the days more livable. The Gray Lady serves in civilian hospitals too, where her friendly presence is most welcome. Many more volunteers are needed for this admirable service. Working as an office manager by day and volunteering as a Gray Lady several nights a week is not easy. But this thoughtfulness brings untold joy to those living in homes for the aged. Often, when a critical situation at home disturbs a serviceman, the Red Cross field director communicates with a man's hometown chapter. Social welfare aides give assistance in untangling such problems. In disaster emergencies, people of all kinds, rich and poor alike, need help. Social welfare aides are active in refugee work. If you are handy with needles or tools or have special skills, you will be welcomed in production and supply service. Clothing, bandages, bed tables, books, radios, disaster supplies. Volunteers keep materials flowing from the community to federal installations and civilian institutions and for emergencies. Many other articles are made by Junior Red Cross in the schools. College students do their part. When disaster strikes, Red Cross is ready with good food, cooked and served by canteen service, wholesome, spirit-lifting. Every day, canteens are open at blood centers, serving the donors, and every day in hospitals and institutions, and at estates and homes made available by generous, understanding citizens. Canteen service provides that little extra homey touch in many people's lives. To the hobbyist, to those gifted in the arts, and to craftsmen, a call goes out, for you are wanted in numbers. Volunteers in arts and skill service bring to the handicapped relief from dreary hours, helping them to find fresh interests in life, often starting disabled persons on creative, worthwhile hobbies. Other volunteers are needed to give instruction to patients in federal and civilian hospitals. All types of instruction are needed. It may be a class in stenography, maybe mathematics or bookkeeping, foreign languages, even animal husbandry. And see who's back with us. The call for expanded armed forces has again sent your sons and brothers to join the colors. It's a new life for most of them. Sure, they think of home. Sometimes they'll even admit it's pretty hard not to get a bit homesick. Entertainment and off-duty hours would help greatly. More volunteers are needed right now, individuals and organizations from nearby communities to help entertain soldiers, sailors, and airmen on the posts during leisure hours. Dances like these are made possible through the volunteer time contributed by college students and business girls. Red Cross also arranges entertainment for the sick and the disabled. Volunteers go from ward to ward under hospital supervision, repeating their acts. And here is an outdoor party. Stars of screen, stage, radio, and local talent give wholeheartedly of their time to spread laughs and cheer. Right here in your community, there are places that need this lift. By volunteering, you help Red Cross fill the need. Time is fleeting. In the hurry and bustle of modern life, time must be rationed, even for one's important personal duties. Yet Red Cross needs some of your hurried hours for pressing community service, needs them for friendly encouragement to neighbors for the moment less fortunate than you, needs your time and effort in the service of humanity. Did you ever consider how many hours you could give to help your fellow men? To better their well-being? To brighten their lives? To give them new confidence? To remind them that they are not forgotten? Many of your neighbors served as Red Cross volunteers before you. Others will carry on the work in years to come. But you are needed now, because the battle against human suffering is never ended. The hours you give can bring cheer to hundreds who need it. This is a big job for many people. It's your job, too. You will cherish always the important service you will render as a Red Cross here. Many will rally to this call, among them someone you know. But remember, it can be you.
It's sure nice of you Red Cross volunteers to come way out here. It means a lot to us.
It's very nice of you to say that, Frank. It means a lot to us, too.
That was stirring. I would say the message about volunteering is good. So volunteer if you can, even if it's not for the Red Cross. Okay, let's watch Coney finally. I think. Let's see if this works. All right, enjoy. Woo! That was a roller coaster. That's for sure. Holy cow. Frank Morris also did Frank Film, which is also visually intense. It's animated collage, but yeah, it's over the top. Okay, you asked for it. So many stories that we tell, but rarely do we tell the story of a race car driver. So, enjoy. No, not yet. Hold on. Crap. Where is it?
October 13, 1962, the Riverside Grand Prix. One of a series of major sports car races that will challenge race driver Billy Krause. He will compete in the dangerous pursuit of a racing victory from the most fickle mistress of fortune in the sports world. This is the story of Billy Krause, the story of a race driver. Krause is co-owner of this motorcycle agency. He set himself up in business with monies earned racing cars. Racing is still his primary source of income, his strongest interest. Bill Krause is a professional race driver, one of a select and rugged group of men who exercise precise judgment and maintain sensitive reflexes under the punishing stress of driving hundreds of continuous miles over pounding, uneven raceways, while enduring the steady blast of wide-open, unmuffled engines and the manic tension of speeds that reach as high as 180 miles an hour. A professional race driver is also a man who must stay alive long enough to learn what he has to know. Children are conditioned by the world they grow into. Bill's father built a midget racer that won every race it entered. At 18, Bill was racing midgets on dirt tracks himself and winning. At 21, Bill graduated to the big cars, piloting the roaring power trains that bore such venerable racing names as Ferrari, Mercedes-Benz, Jaguar, and Maserati. It was in the famed birdcage Maserati that Billy achieved his greatest success, nosing out racing's #1 driver, Sterling Moss, to win the 1960 Riverside Grand Prix. Billy Krause had established himself as a name in racing. Bill has 3 children from an earlier first marriage, the tender concern of his wife, Jeannie.
Just like that. Don't.
Okay, Kim. Okay, you ready to go for 3 laps again? Okay, you give us a signal this time, all right?
On your mark, get set, go. Go, go, go.
Go on, I'm gonna catch up to you.
Lift it off right there.
All right, past you.
Go past
Hurry.
it. I didn't.
Going. Oh, Nellie, I already got a half a lap lead. That's the way I like to race. Uh-oh. You know, the theory of going fast is not to go into the turn too fast.
Okay.
Just to come out fast. So when you go in, just shut it off a little bit right over there and then apply the power all the way through, just like you were really racing. Well, that's because you went in too fast, so you didn't slow down.
You didn't slow down over there.
Centrifugal force carried you off into the fence.
Before Bill went into his own business, he worked for his father in this small machine shop. He still makes use of its facilities.
I've been around machinery all my life. I've not only driven cars, I've built them. Knowing the inside of your machine can be a real advantage in racing. You have to be able to pinpoint trouble so it can be fixed in a hurry. Or in a lot of races where a pit stop will take you out of competition, you try to keep going, catering to the car's weakness and praying you'll make the finish line.
Bill and his father are committed to a common cause, the constant urge to improve racing machinery.
Well, you think you're going to be able to measure it up all right?
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
See that thing cut?
Yeah. Pretty thick.
Gee, that's surprising. I didn't think it'd be anywhere near that thick.
Real thick. Want to check?
Now,
I don't know how Dad does it, but he'll even stop production to help me with an engine problem.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
When you love racing, it seems to come first, ahead of everything else.
Doesn't work out really.
The weekend of October 19th through 21st is the time of one of California's biggest racing events, the Pacific Grand Prix. Billy has driven up from his home in Long Beach to the Laguna Seca course near Monterey. He will drive a car in Sunday's Formula Junior race. On Friday, he meets with his pit crew to get acquainted with the track and check out his automobile. The Formula Juniors are making practice runs. Before Bill tries his own car, he times some of the laps being run by the others. Smaller than most cars, the Formula Juniors are designed to run a special kind of race, depending more on maneuverability than brute power. On a winding course like Laguna Seca, they can sometimes manage a lap as quickly as the more powerful big cars.
They're running faster this year as usual. Racing doesn't ever stand still. One year you have the hottest car on the track. The same car a year later can get swallowed up in traffic.
Pit crew begins to click off the lap times. As Bill gains a familiarity with his car and the track, the seconds are shaved off. $1:19. Good, but not good enough. Driver and crew confer. The men feel that with the car as it is, Bill cannot win on Sunday. The engine is undersized, actually well under the legal limit for the race. Its power can be increased by tearing it down and making modifications. Changes, however, they will not have time to test. On Saturday, while other category races are being run at the track, the men decide to work over the engine.
I'm not worried about getting the job done in time. We can work through the night if we have to. But when you tear things apart like this, you can create as many problems as you eliminate. It's a risk we have to take. When I run in a race, I like to win.
Billy's wife, Jeannie, has flown up to Monterey on an afternoon plane. She brings a special engine part needed to complete the work.
Jeannie now, she bears up with me pretty well. I know she wouldn't object if I quit racing. But then, when she sees me drive a good race, she looks awfully proud.
By 7 that night, the engine is back in the car and running. It sounds good, but the men won't know how good the car really is until they get out to the race course on Sunday.
So he took the car to Pomona.
Afterwards, the group has a chance to relax and talk of other places, other races.
So everything was going fine, except that he couldn't drive the car. Saturday night, Max called me and said, why don't you come out and drive it Sunday? This was about 11:30 at night. And nobody at the track expected me to be there. So I came in 20 minutes before the main event. And he got the car ready just in time that we lined up. We never practiced or anything, just drove it out. Just as they lined up for the main event, we drove out and lined up behind everyone. They were all up in the front having their own private race. And I just went right on by all of them about the 6th lap. And Ken thought it was Steve, this rookie driver trying to drive the car. And he just laughed at him. I thought, well, man, he'll be stacked up on the bridge by the next lap. I was just gone. I had to lead and was out of sight. Then Otto Zipper gave him a big sign on a blackboard that says, Kraus plus 15 seconds. And he just about fell right out of the car. Where'd he come from? He isn't even supposed to be here.
Some 12,000 spectators are on hand for Sunday's races. The 25-lap Formula Junior race is first in the program. Bill's Lotus number 53 still has to face its real test, the race itself. As a professional driver, Bill is paid by the owners of the car for driving in the race. If he makes one of the first 3 places, he stands to earn additional money in prizes.
All pit crews clear the starting grid. Clear the grid, please. All spectators stay back from the course. Road racing can be dangerous.
With these little open wheel cars, you have to wait for the traffic to thin out some before moving up. If you lock wheels with another car, both of you can fly off into space.
Midway in the first lap, Bill's Lotus is up behind the lead pack. Billy comes in tight on turn 8. Noses out 2 of the lead cars.
Going into lap 2, it's Billy Krause in the lead. No, he's falling back. No. There he goes. Bill Krause, number 53, driving a Lotus Formula 20.
It's a good feeling to see the road ahead clear. Now the problem is pace. To put no more stress on the machine than you need just to stay in front.
Bill keeps his lead through lap 6, 7, 8. Then on lap 9, Bill develops gearbox trouble. His car is locked in 3rd gear. Bill's shifting has no effect. He starts to fall back. At the end of lap 9, Billy Krause has to pull into the pits.
Attention, Bill Krause is off the course. He is pulled into the pit area. It's Walt Hangston taking the lead now. A tough break for Billy Krause after driving a fine race.
The Formula Junior race is too short for Bill to have a chance to get back into competition. Bill and his crew must accept their bitter pill.
You never know about these things. If we hadn't torn into that engine, this problem might not have happened. Then again, it might have happened anyway. In this business, you like to think about the next race, the one you can win, not the last one you know you can't.
Racing is an international sport, and Bill Krause travels to where the races are. Nassau is the site of Speed Week, an event that draws drivers from all over the world. Bill arrives the day before he is to compete.
This buggy is a change of pace for me. When you get a chance to look around at people and places, it's an interesting world. This place really jumps, but I've got a race to run tomorrow, and that sets on my mind. When you're driving, you've got to be up to par. I can celebrate after the race.
On Sunday at Oaks Field, Bill makes his qualifying laps in a Ford Cobra, a hot but relatively untried vehicle. His number 98 is the object of careful scrutiny by Carroll Shelby, producer of the car. The new Cobra combines a light English body with a powerful experimental Ford engine. Only racing can truly test the combination. Then, after 4 laps, there is no sign of Bill. Minutes pass. The announcement comes. Bill Krause is off the track on the S-turn. Skid marks lead the way to his disabled Cobra. On the last turn, the car simply ran straight off the track. The steering linkage is broken. It could have been worse. The crew works desperately to repair the Cobra in time. Every action is bent towards one end, making the race. Bill's main adversaries are 4 Ferrari coupes, which have turned in the fastest times. The Ferraris, expensive, subtly engineered cars, are the result of years of racing development. They will be driven by internationally seasoned drivers. Bill is up against some of the best in the business.
Collected voices. This is at a distance of 25 laps, brings together, of course, the over and under 2-liter cars. 112.5 miles for Gran Turismo cars only. One scratch has been brought to us. Car number 68, that's Harry Carter with the Lotus Elite, will not stop.
And the 9th annual Nassau Tourist Trophy race is underway.
The race starts with the pageantry of a pace lap. The drivers, led at moderate speed by the official pace car, hold their starting positions for one complete turn of the course. Start, the race pattern emerges. The 4 Ferraris and Bill Krause's number 98 lead the rest of the pack. After one lap, the 1, 2, 3, 4 Ferraris and Billy Krause are in a race by themselves. The 4 Ferraris and Bill Krause. On the 6th lap, Bill's Cobra noses out the tail Ferrari. He stays ahead through the back straightaway. The indignant racer pursuing Bill like an angry wasp.
He's moving up on 3rd place Ferrari. That's in his arms, 3rd place Ferrari. Billy Krause moving up.
The Ferraris have the edge in speed. The only way to pass them is to gain on the turns, go in deeper, then brake. It means driving on the ragged edge and hope the steering holds together.
In the 12th lap, Bill overtakes his 2nd Ferrari and moves into 3rd place. Bill sets his sights on the next one. Through laps 13 and 14, Bill closes the gap. On the 15th lap, the lead Ferraris pass the pits without Bill. The bitter word comes. Bill Krause is off the course. Reasons unknown. The announcement falls on stunned ears. The track official is able to report that the Cobra is intact, that Bill is apparently not hurt. On the back straightaway, Bill, forlorn and frustrated, calls the unbelievable words, out of gas. A mistake had been made. Distracted by the frantic effort to repair the Cobra in time, The men underestimated the amount of gas required for the 25 laps. Bill is too far behind to have a chance in the race now. He must bear with his disappointment.
I was right on top of that second Ferrari, but running wide open like that, all the way, uses gas.
The race is finishing when Bill pulls into the pits. The Ferraris take the first 4 positions.
It's something like being at a wake. We hadn't expected to beat those Ferraris to start with, but when I started nipping them off, maybe we expected too much.
The gloom of a race driver cannot last long, particularly in the Bahamas. The island night spots are as much a part of Speed Week as the races.
I like to watch dancing, but I don't dance myself. Not very well, anyway. I don't like to do things I don't do well. What I do, I want to be best in. Maybe that's impossible, but it's the way I feel.
We'll be back in a moment with our story. Because of the driving skill he exhibited at Nassau, other manufacturers have bid generously for Bill's services. Bill is testing a Stingray he will drive at the Daytona races.
I used to get a thrill just from the sense of speed. I don't think about that anymore. I've got a new machine here. My job is to win races with it. That's what they're paying me for. That's what I mean to do. They've got the Cobra going pretty good now. It's going to be hard to beat.
He confers with Mickey Thompson, who will prepare the cars he will drive at Daytona. There are even bigger races coming up. Billy Krause will drive them to win.
So, in the credits, it was directed by Mel Stewart. Mel Stewart directed Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and other Wolper production documentaries and films. And I met him. I did a long time ago. I did a screening at a film festival in Richmond, Virginia. I think it was the James River Film Festival, and he was the honored guest. And he did a Q&A about his films, which, of course, Willy Wonka, and Watt Stack, which is a really great documentary about Stax Records music festival that they did. It's really awesome. But anyways, I met him backstage, and I talked to him, and I got him to sign another film that he did, which was called China Roots of Madness, which was a look at the history of China in the 20th century. And he was a very kind guy. And he said, and I've probably said this on the show, he said, you're doing a great job there. You got to get all those films off film and put them on videotape. And I was like, well, I don't know if that's a good idea. But anyway, somewhere around here I have a signed can for China Roots of Madness. And yeah, so there seems to be a whole series of these Story of A. I was looking it up on the 16mmfilmography.org site that I'm working on. But yeah, so there you go. Story of a race driver. Thanks for watching today. Sorry I started late. Sorry technology. There was technology issues coming from all over the place. So I apologize for that. I'll be better tomorrow. And if you like what you saw, hit the thumbs up, hit the like button. You can subscribe via YouTube, but also donate via the Super Thanks or patreon.com/abgeeks or ko-fi.com/abgeeks. You can write us also, skip@abgeeks.com, especially if you're like, hey, what happened to the show? So, Kim Abri, thank you for pinging me. I was on it by the time you wrote me, but it was, I was like, all right, I gotta get this up and running, then I will respond to him. But also, we're doing a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week Twitch channel, although we did have a hiccup where it only showed one film, and then it had a black screen for, I don't know, 10 hours. So we're slowly working on that, and I'm going to be migrating that, excuse me, to the setup that this computer's running on, so that I could do both, so that I can stream the live show to Twitch and also stream it to YouTube. That's my plan. I don't know, it might be crazy. I'm doing a lot of crazy things with technology right now, so maybe it's a horrible idea. But we will see you tomorrow. Everybody have a great rest of your Wednesday. Love you guys. Bye.